Deciding with absolute certainty is the foundation of getting anything you want. It's not about hoping, wishing, or wanting something casually. It's about making a firm, unshakable decision that this is what must happen. The moment you make that kind of decision, everything changes. Your mind shifts, your focus sharpens, and you start operating from a place of power instead of uncertainty. Too many people let life happen to them instead of deciding what they want and going after it with full force. But success, fulfillment, and achievement are never accidental. They are the result of clear decisions backed by massive action. Most people set goals in a weak, uncertain way. They say, I'd like to lose weight, I hope to make more money, or I wish I could start my own business. But wishes and hopes have no power. A real decision is when there is no other option, when you commit at a level where there is no turning back. Think about moments in your life when you truly decided something. Maybe you decided to change jobs, start exercising, or take on a challenge you once feared. The moment you fully committed, you found a way. You didn't hope it would happen, you made it happen. That is the power of decision. One of the biggest reasons people fail to get what they want is because they haven't truly decided. They say they want success, but they haven't made it non-negotiable. They say they want a better life, but they allow distractions, excuses, and fear to dictate their actions. The moment you decide with absolute certainty that something is yours, your mind starts working in your favor, it finds solutions, it notices opportunities, and it drives you to take the actions necessary to make it real. Clarity is key. When you are vague about what you want, you get vague results. You can't just say, I want to be successful. What does success look like? How much money do you want to earn? What kind of lifestyle do you want to create? What kind of person do you need to become to make that happen? The more specific you are, the more power your decision has. The most successful people in the world are crystal clear about what they want. They don't just have general goals, they have exact targets. They don't say, I want to be rich. They set a precise financial goal. They don't say, I want to be healthy. They commit to an exact fitness plan. Once the decision is made, the next step is eliminating any alternative. If you give yourself an exit, your mind will take it the moment things get tough. But when you decide that this is the only path, you push through every challenge, every setback, and every moment of doubt. Burning the boats is a concept that has been used throughout history. Leaders who were committed to victory would burn their ships upon reaching enemy shores, leaving only one option: win or perish. That's the kind of commitment it takes to get anything you want. If there is an escape route, your brain will use it. But when there is no way out except forward, you find a way to make it work. The mind is powerful, but it follows the instructions you give it. If you tell yourself, I'll try, your mind will look for excuses when things get hard. But if you tell yourself, I must, your mind will find solutions. This is why language matters. Change I hope to I will. Replace I'll try with I must. Train your mind to operate at the highest level of commitment. Look at anyone who has achieved extraordinary success and you will see the same pattern. They didn't just wish for success, they decided with absolute certainty that it was theirs. Whether it's an athlete, a business leader, an artist, or an entrepreneur, the common denominator is an unshakable decision. They refused to entertain any outcome other than the one they were after. They didn't wait for the perfect conditions or the right timing. They made a decision, took action, and adapted along the way. Your past does not define your future. No matter where you are right now, you can decide to create something different. Too often, people let their history determine their destiny. They believe that because they've failed before, they will fail again. But the past only has power if you allow it to. A new decision can rewrite your entire future. The question is, what are you going to decide today? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? What are you committed to making happen no matter what? The moment you decide with absolute certainty, everything else starts falling into place. Obstacles become challenges to overcome rather than reasons to quit. Failures become lessons instead of excuses, and success becomes inevitable, not just possible. The power to get anything you want begins with a decision, and that decision starts now. Taking massive, relentless relentless action is the bridge between wanting something and actually having it. So many people have dreams, goals, and ambitions, but the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the level of action they take. It's not about doing a little bit here and there and hoping for results. It's about going all in, pushing forward with everything you have, and refusing to stop until you get what you want. Action is what turns an idea into reality. It's the force that separates those who wish from those who achieve. Most people hesitate when it comes to action. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect opportunity. But waiting is the biggest killer of success. There is never a perfect time, and those who achieve their dreams don't sit around waiting for things to line up in their favor. They take action now, knowing that they can adjust and refine their approach along the way. Successful people understand that progress comes from movement, not from perfection. They don't wait for all the answers. They take a step forward and figure things out as they go. Action also builds momentum. The hardest part is starting, but once you start, everything becomes easier. Think about pushing a heavy object. It takes the most effort to get it moving, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier to keep it going. Success works the same way. The first step is always the hardest, but once you commit to action, it gets easier to stay in motion. The more you do, the more confident you become. The more you move forward, the clearer the path becomes. One of the biggest obstacles to taking massive action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. But the truth is, fear only has power if you let it stop you. The most successful people in the world still feel fear. They just don't let it control them. They take action despite the fear. They know that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward anyway. The moment you stop waiting to feel ready and start acting despite the fear, you break free from the limitations that have been holding you back. Taking massive action also means doing more than what's expected. Most people do the minimum and wonder why they don't see extraordinary results. But success doesn't come from doing what everyone else is doing. It comes from going above and beyond. It's about putting in the extra effort, staying up late when others are sleeping, making one more call when you feel like stopping, and pushing harder when most people would quit. The ones who achieve the highest levels of success are the ones who refuse to settle for average effort. They don't just do what's required, they do whatever it takes. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments when things don't go as planned. This is where most people stop. They hit a roadblock and assume it means they should quit. But the reality is, obstacles are not signs to stop. They are opportunities to grow. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to get stronger, to learn something new, and to develop the resilience needed for long-term success. When you commit to taking massive action, you don't see problems as reasons to give up. You see them as tests to prove how badly you want it. Consistency is another key factor. Taking action once isn't enough. It has to be consistent, daily, and relentless. Success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking small, consistent steps that add up over time. The people who achieve their dreams are the ones who keep moving forward, even on the days when they don't see immediate results. They understand that every step, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goal. Taking massive action also means being willing to fail. Most people avoid action because they are afraid of making mistakes. But mistakes are not the enemy, inaction is. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. The difference is they don't see failure as the end, they see it as feedback. They use it to learn, adjust, and get better. The only true failure is quitting. As long as you keep taking action, you are still in the game and you still have a chance to succeed. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, no secret trick. Success is simple. It comes down to taking massive, relentless action. The people who win are the ones who refuse to stop. They take more action, they keep pushing, and they don't let anything stand in their way. When you commit to action at this level, success is no longer a question of if, it's only a question of when. Your beliefs shape your reality, whether you realize it or not. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every result you get in life is a direct reflection of what you believe to be true. If you believe something is possible, you will find a way. If you believe it's impossible, your mind will never even try. The power of belief is what separates those who succeed from those who struggle. The ones who achieve extraordinary results are not necessarily more talented or lucky. They simply believe at a level that others don't. They have rewired their minds to support their goals rather than limit them. Most people go through life carrying limiting beliefs they don't even question. They believe success is for other people, that they're not smart enough, talented enough, or lucky enough. They believe they can only go so far, earn so much, or achieve a certain level of success before they hit an invisible wall. But that wall only exists in their minds. It's not real. The moment you challenge those beliefs, the moment you decide that you are capable of more, everything starts to shift. Your mind begins to search for new possibilities, new opportunities, and new ways to make things happen. The key to rewiring your mind is to first become aware of the beliefs that are holding you back. What do you tell yourself about money, success, relationships, or happiness? Do you believe you can achieve anything you set your mind to? Or do you believe success is reserved for a lucky few? Do you believe failure is a sign that you should quit? Or do you see it as a stepping stone to growth? Your beliefs act as a filter, shaping what you notice, what you focus on, and what you take action toward. When you shift your beliefs, you shift your entire reality. Your mind is like a computer. It runs on the programming you feed it. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, your brain will look for evidence to support that belief. If you tell yourself that success is hard and rare, your mind will make sure that becomes your experience. But if you start telling yourself that you are capable, resourceful, and unstoppable, your mind will start finding proof of that instead. This is why successful people feed their minds with empowering thoughts. They don't let negativity, doubt, or fear control their thinking. They consciously program their minds for success. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your mind is through repetition. The beliefs you hold today were not formed overnight. They were built over years of repeated thoughts, experiences, and influences. The good news is you can change them the same way. By consistently feeding your mind with empowering beliefs, you create new patterns of thinking. Affirmations, visualization, and surrounding yourself with positive influences are all tools that can help reshape your mindset. The more you repeat empowering thoughts, the stronger they become. Over time, they replace the old limiting beliefs that once held you back. Another crucial aspect of rewiring your mind is changing your focus. What you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you will find more problems. If you focus on opportunities, you will find more opportunities. Most people focus on what they don't want, what they fear, and what could go wrong, but the most successful individuals focus on solutions, on possibilities, and on what they can do right now to move forward. Shifting your focus can completely transform your outcomes. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, how can I grow from this? Instead of thinking, I can't do this, ask, what's one step I can take today? Your brain is designed to answer the questions you give it, so start asking better questions. The environment you surround yourself with also plays a massive role in shaping your beliefs. If you spend time with people who are constantly complaining, doubting themselves, and settling for less, it's only a matter of time before that energy influences you. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, positive, and focused on growth, their mindset will start to rub off on you. Success leaves clues. If you want to rewire your mind for success, start studying the habits, beliefs, and thought patterns of those who have already achieved what you want. Model their mindset, learn from their experiences, and apply what works. Action reinforces belief. The more action you take, the stronger your belief in yourself becomes. If you doubt your abilities, the best way to prove yourself wrong is to take action despite the doubt. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, every time you push through fear, you send a message to your brain that you are capable. Over time, this builds confidence, and confidence fuels even bigger actions. It's a cycle that feeds itself. The more you believe in yourself, the more action you take, and the more success you create. Rewiring your mind is not a one-time event. It's a daily commitment. You have to protect your thoughts, choose empowering beliefs, and take consistent action toward your goals. The moment you take control of your mindset, you take control of your life. Once you believe at a deep level that anything is possible, nothing can stop you from making it a reality. Never settling is the key to achieving anything you want in life. Most people accept less than they deserve, not because they aren't capable of more, but because they've conditioned themselves to they lower their standards over time, accepting mediocrity instead of pushing for excellence. But the truth is, you don't get what you want in life. You get what you tolerate. If you tolerate average, you will get average. If you tolerate excuses, distractions, and half effort, that is what your life will reflect. But the moment you decide that you will no longer accept anything less than your highest potential, everything changes. Raising your standards is the first step to never settling. Standards dictate what you expect from yourself, how you show up in life, and what results you create. Successful people demand more from themselves than anyone else ever could. They hold themselves to a higher level, and because of that, they achieve more. If you want more, you must accept more. You must set a new baseline for what is acceptable in your life, whether it's in your career, health, relationships, or personal growth. When you raise your standards, your actions naturally follow. Growth is another key to never settling. The moment you stop growing, you start declining. Life is constantly moving, and if you're not progressing, you're falling behind. The happiest and most successful people are the ones who are always improving. They don't stay comfortable. They push their limits, challenge themselves, and embrace new opportunities. Growth is not always easy. It requires effort, discomfort, and the willingness to step into the unknown. But it is the only way to reach new levels of success and fulfillment. When you make growth a priority, settling is no longer an option. One of the biggest reasons people settle is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping into the unknown. But settling out of fear is the fastest way to regret. If you stay where you are because it feels safe, you will never know what you're truly capable of. The greatest rewards in life come from taking risks, pushing through fear, and betting on yourself. The discomfort of growth is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. If you refuse to settle, you must be willing to take bold action even when it's scary. Your environment plays a massive role in whether you settle or push for more. If you surround yourself with people who accept mediocrity, who make excuses, and who settle for less, their mindset will influence you. But if you surround yourself with driven, ambitious people who are constantly growing, their energy will push you to do the same. Success is contagious, and so is settling. Choose your environment wisely. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be your best. If you want to level up, put yourself in a room where you are forced to grow. One of the biggest traps that lead to settling is comfort. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it's the enemy of greatness. When you stay in your comfort zone, you stop stretching yourself. You stop aiming higher, and you get stuck in routines that keep you exactly where you are. Growth only happens when you challenge yourself, when you take on new challenges, and when you step beyond what feels familiar. The greatest achievements in life come from those who are willing to embrace discomfort in pursuit of something greater. Never settling also means holding yourself accountable. Most people let themselves off the hook too easily. They set goals but don't follow through. They make excuses when things get hard. But the most successful people hold themselves to a higher level of responsibility. They don't wait for motivation. They act based on commitment. So they don't let temporary setbacks stop them. They push forward no matter what. If you want to create an extraordinary life, you must be willing to do what others won't. You must hold yourself to the highest standard, even when no one is watching. At the core of never settling is the belief that you are capable of more. If you don't believe in your potential, you will never push beyond your current circumstances. But when you know, deep down, that you are meant for more, you refuse to accept anything less. You keep striving, you keep growing, and you never stop chasing the next level. The moment you commit to never settling, you unlock a version of yourself that you never knew existed. And that version is capable of achieving anything you want.